Hi, I hope everyone's doing good today. I just finished this new book. So it is here. It has the hard cover. It is the standard 9 by 6 and it has 5 signatures. It has just a little more than 150 pages. It has the raised flower image. It has the spine, the ridges on the spine. It has a curved spine. Here's the back. It's got a little fuzz. Here's the back. It is the color, I guess you could call it espresso. So it's espresso and it's got a little tinge of gold. I don't know if you can see on camera, but it does have a little tinge of gold. So anyway, I did put this little seam binding ribbon here just as an accent. You can take it off and use it for anything else you want. It is not a Christmas book, but since I have some bells, before I use them all up or use them for something else, I just love, can you hear it? I just love the bell. It's gold. It matches with the gold seam binding, or yellowish gold. And I attached it with a garment pin. So like I said, you could keep it on, you can take it off, whatever your preference. So here is the book. It's got lots of little fluffy bits. It's got the cheesecloth. Here is the inside of the book, or not the inside, but you get me. Here's some more cheesecloth, and then this beautiful fabric that I found. Alrighty, so let's look inside. Make sure I'm frame, and here she is. All right, so it's got this very pretty cardstock. I just love it. It's fall, but I just cannot help myself. I love flowers and birds and colors. It makes me happy. So if the book is happy to begin with, it just, I don't know, if you open it up and start journaling on it, I just think it's the best thing ever. But anyway, okay, so it's got the pretty cardstock. Here's a nice big pocket that's been sewn on, and here is a library card that I kind of sewed around, and then I put this fabric, a little ruffle on top. Here's some nice cotton fabric. So just a little thread. Cotton fabric here that's been sewn to the beginning of this signature. Here's a nice big pocket that has been sewn on. A nice tag with some seam binding. This is actually a pocket back here. This is another pocket, and it goes all the way down. And then this is another pocket. Lots of little pockets, lots of places to store some secret stuff. Here is the other side of that cardstock, and I was just playing around with the fabrics, and I found some pink lace, some more of this fabric, and I just kind of sewed it all together into a little just fabric collage, I guess, and then put a little garment pin, it's securing kind of everything together. And it is attached with this. I was going to sew it on here, but I didn't know if maybe you wanted to move it somewhere else, or if you just wanted to remove it altogether. And then under here is a journaling card with a beautiful rose. So you could write something here, a journal entry, and cover it up and keep it secret. Here is some vintage music page. I was looking at the book, and here is the book. Let me see, hold on. Here's the book, and it actually says the copyright is 1957. So I just love finding this kind of stuff. It is just old. It's falling apart. It has the owner's name on it, but everything is clean and crisp. No water stains, you know, nothing like that. It's just gorgeous. So anyway, that is what I used here. So it's from 1957, and it says, "I love thee." I think that's so pretty. Page, here is some digital stamping, a little bit of ephemera, just clipped on here, a postcard. And this is the thicker paper, so I love that, the way it feels. Some ledger paper, some graph paper, more of that thick paper. Here is an Edith Holden book page. And let's see, here's some more paper, the graph paper. This has all been tea stained. Here's another one of those journaling cards with a little tab, and I just clipped it on here. Some more digital stamping. This is a floral urn. And what I was thinking when I put this on here is, if you have an anniversary or Mother's Day, Grandparents' Day, whatever, and you get flowers, right? Take a picture of those flowers and cut them out and then put them right here, and then you can journal about that day. Isn't that like awesome? That's what I thought that I would do. So I just thought that was so pretty. I love all the detail on this urn. I thought this was a great little image to put on here. Here's a little flip out, music paper. Here's some more of this. You could put photos. It is just a nice background to attach some of your photos. I think it's so pretty. Here is a pocket. My gosh, I can't even think. A pocket with some little trim here, and just a tag, and some more of that vintage ephemera that's been printed out. So that fits in here. Here is another Edith Holden. This page is smaller because there's a hard, which I just figured out. There is a hard cover, which is larger, which has the larger pages, kind of like these. And then there is a soft cover book. It's the same book, but it has smaller pages. And here it is. See? So I just bought this. Well, I've had it for a little while, but I used one of these pages here as the beginning of the signature. Put a little lace, some fabric ruffles, just so luscious. And if you want to know what flower this is, you just lift the little skirt, and it has it right here. And you can also do a little secret journaling down here. So I thought that was just so cute. This kind of wraps over a little bit. And here's the next page. Add some photos, a dragonfly with some seam binding, which I love, so happy. Ledger paper. Here's some yellow tea stained paper, so it's muted out the color. And it's a little onion bulb. I just thought it was so cute, so I put it in there. So here it says bulbs and plants. It's got a little tab, some more ledger paper, a little tab. It's nice thick paper. Here is a little watering can, which I thought was so cute. Here's another little, it's a little carrot, which I thought it was a radish, but it's a carrot. I thought it was so cute. It reminded me of when I was growing up, we tried gardening in the backyard in, our summers were so hot, 110, 120 degree weather. And there we had, the rooted vegetables grew, so we could grow carrots, and we would get these little tiny, tiny carrots because we couldn't wait as kids. We'd yank them out and eat them. Just the greatest of times. More of that paper. Here's a little ladybug. and a little peekaboo kind of ruffle here. I attached some lace and then put a little safety pin here so you could put something down there. I thought this paper was so pretty. Here's a nice big pocket with a little quote that says, "He who plants a tree plants love, tents of coolness spreading out above." I just thought that was so pretty. And here is a journaling, just a really pretty journaling page that you could write on. So that fits in here. Here's a nice big pocket. I kind of rubbed some distressed ink on here, so it kind of, you know, it dirtied it up a little bit. This is tea stained fabric. They're like, it's like a bunting, little bunting flags, and it's a nice big pocket, so I included one of these tags. So that just goes in there. You could also journal on here if you want. Here's a little side tuck pocket with a guest check and another beautiful little tag with the paper here in the back. And this has some pretty leaf prints, seeds, that kind of stuff. It's Tim Hotlz. Of course, it's so gorgeous. Here's a digital stamp of a tulip, I believe. Another tag on this thicker paper. Here's a printout of an old book page. A little tab here. Paper. Ledger paper. Music page. Ledger. Tea stained. Here's the other side of that old book. I included it because it has image of, you know, like images of flowers. Thought it was so pretty. Here's a little bit of just ephemera, a little old, it looks like it's a hotel, and it talks about the menu and dinner, so I'm thinking, I don't know, room service something. It was just so pretty because it has some floral images. So I included that in here just as an additional journaling spot. Another digital stamp in color. More paper. Here's the other side of that. It has, if you like to bake, even if you don't like to bake, here is a recipe for some rolls, and they are, it looks like it's just so easy. I haven't made them, but I love to bake, and this only has 6 ingredients. So I'm sure they are delicious. But anyway, now I'm hungry. So anyway, I included it because it has some tulips here, a wreath with flowers, and a little door. I just thought it was so pretty. Here is it's a paper collage, tea stained, and then a little image of a door from the same recipe book. And I added this little fabric that I stamped on 1, 2, 3. It's kind of like the address of this home. And a pocket. I distressed it here on the side, so it's kind of supposed to be that way, little torn edges, and this pretty heart lace trim. Here is a tag with a vintage photo that I printed out and just kind of inked up the sides. So I'm thinking these people might live in this house. Who knows? You can add your own photo. So that goes in here. Another digital stamp, music page, all from that 1957 book. Another digital print, and this one is in color, so I just thought it was just so gorgeous. Graph paper, ledger paper. Here is some French verbiage. It talks about flowers. And a tab, another print. Isn't that gorgeous? I think this is a ranunculus or something. I don't know. I should have made a note of all the flowers, but some tracing paper. Here is a pocket with a little tag. You can journal on here, and a little peekaboo pocket that's been sewn on. Here is another bit of fabric with some lace, and it's got this beautiful tiny stitching embroidery of some roses and vines or leaves. It's just so pretty. So that's here. It's got a nice big pocket and a tag from made out of one of the Edith Holden book pages. Look at this. I love this paper. Here's some more paper, pink, that's been tea stained with a little fabric trim, and another digital stamp that's in color. An old book page. It's kind of a whole bunch of, it's like a collage of a vintage ephemera, or what do you call it, receipts and that kind of stuff. So that's here. Tea stain. I love the pattern that the page on top of the page left. I love doing that. It doesn't come out all the time, but every now and then you get a page and you're like, ah, look at this. Love it. It's crazy how certain things just make you happy, and it is tea staining. I just love it. Here's some more ledger paper. The other side of that printed ephemera. More digital stamping, talks about flowers in a vegetable garden. Paper, something I would just think of, you know, a family portrait, or I don't know, something would just look so beautiful there. And nice big pocket. Has some, this is a stamp that I did, so I stamped this. It says beautiful. Another journaling card. And a piece of ephemera, you know, a little receipt. I thought that was pretty to include in here. So that fits in here. Here's the back of the book. Again, you can see this peekaboo fabric that I left. I was going to trim this off, but I just thought it was so pretty. Just when the book is closed and you see it hanging over the side, I just thought it was pretty. A little book plate. It's been sewn on. And I included another one of these cute little tags and a full page of the Edith Holden book. So that way you can look at it, you can actually feel it, you can cut it if you want. But anyway, this is one of the pages. I just wanted to put it in there because I think it's so pretty. And that is it. The little fuzz is coming off of my fabric, so it will not come with your book. But anyway, this is it. I haven't decided on a name for this one. It's just pretty. So I left all the sewing little threads and stuff like that, but if you don't like it, you can always clip them off. And I will list this in my Etsy shop for anybody that is interested. If you have any questions, again, just let me know. And I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that. And then all the comments. It's just always so fun to read and respond to comments from everyone. So again, thank you. Have a great day, and we will talk again soon. All right, bye.